What is up, effing true followers and wrestling fans? You are watching the effing brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. My name is JC Styles, and I am back with the Monday Night Raw review for April 15th, 2013. Decent night on Raw, was okay at best. We start off the show with a 2-on-1 handicap match. Orton and Sheamus defeating Big Show with a bro kick followed up by an RKO all in one succession. And it was actually pretty good how the move came about. The match really wasn't all that great. I thought it could have been better. There was a lot of things that they could have done with this and just really didn't do. It was just another predictable match. We then are shown a 3MB Triple H segment from this past Friday night on SmackDown when the Shield attacked 3MB, and then followed by Kane and Daniel Bryan backing up Triple H. See a backstage segment with the 3MB saying that they plan on calling out the Shield later tonight. We then come back from a commercial. We see the three-man band in the ring, and they go to call out the Shield, and Brock Lesnar comes out. Brock Lesnar cleans the ring and completely destroys 3MB. Then Paul Heyman cuts a promo and says that we want another match at Extreme Rules inside of a steel cage. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to be scheduled to happen or not, but we also have two matches announced, one for main event this Wednesday night, and then a possible triple threat match at Extreme Rules. So we'll continue on tonight through the review. This match, I'm really disappointed. I mean, really, really disappointed. You have Kofi Kingston pick up the win and the United States Championship from Antonio Cesaro. Great match. The ending sucked. The reason why is because you're going to put the United States Championship, take the United States Championship off a guy who has had it for 240 days and who has defended it and has wrestling ability and who is over and is really doing good things with the United States Championship and the role that he's currently doing. Granted, they're kind of making him a joke with the whole yodeling thing, but I don't agree with this at all. I think it's a friggin' stupid ass idea taking the title off of a guy like Antonio Cesaro to put it on a jobber who has jobbed pretty much for the last 6 months and didn't even have a match at WrestleMania. They had no match at WrestleMania. They had no match last week on Raw to set up this match for the United States Championship. No match on SmackDown nor on main event. And you're going to give the Kofi Kingston the United States Championship. I can understand with this if Cesaro was hurt. I can also understand if they wanted to put the title on someone who had an amazing last 6 months. But Kofi Kingston? Are you serious right now? I would have rather have them put the United States Championship on Ryback or on R-Truth or somebody. But Kofi Kingston, I don't get this. I don't like it. It was a fucking stupid idea. Excuse my language. And I don't mean to bash, but that match got me really bothered. The way that they did that. Moving on. Dolph Ziggler comes out, talks about being the new World Heavyweight Champion, and talks about being a show-off. He relates to several sports teams scoring touchdowns or hitting home runs and showing off. Then Del Rio comes out and wants his rematch. Vicky Guerrero grants the rematch that Alberto Del Rio wanted to have tonight on Raw. Then is interrupted by Jack Swagger. Before the match can start, Del Rio is attacked by Swagger, and this match winds up not happening. We then see Kane and Daniel Bryan defeat the Primetime Players, and we find out that next week from the UK, we will see the Brothers of Destruction team up once again with Daniel Bryan to take on the Shield. I definitely can't wait to see that. Also, there's a lot of rumors going around that we are going to see the Shield pick up the tag team titles at some point in the next few months, and that WWE is going to bring back the Freebird rule, which any two members of the Shield can defend the titles at any time. It could be Dean, it could be Ambrose, Rollins, Reigns, Ambrose. It could be either one of those combinations. We then see Ryback come out and on the backstage on the Titantron. It was probably a pre-recorded segment. talks about the reason why he attacked John Cena. He goes through the last year and a half of the Shield attacking him getting screwed out of chances to be World WWE Champion, excuse me. And then we also hear him talk about how he lost his match at WrestleMania and Cena won, and that for Cena there's only one way, there's only one other thing other than going up for Cena, and that's down, and Ryback going up. Now, we actually see this unfold later in the night, so I'm going to get going. R-Truth with a big win over Wade Barrett, the new Intercontinental Champion. We then see a backstage segment with Long, Maddox, and Guerrero. This really didn't amount to much except for that Swagger was put in a match against Dolph Ziggler. We then see Rhodes Scholars defeat Santino and Khali. Not going to talk about that. We then see Fandango come out, and they talk about how Fandango last week set social media records, trending and everything, and they now have a new thing. It's called Fandangoing, and the fans go da 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 da. You know, they do the whole thing with his music, and they dance, whatever have you, and you know, just when you thought that he was going to get over as a face, boom, the heel comes out. Because you can't say my name properly, you can go Fandango yourselves. You know, so I thought that was pretty sweet. Really liking what WWE's doing with Fandango. I'm really interested in this character. As much as the gimmick sucks and just comes off, you know, I'm not going to bash anyone of homosexual status, because I actually have a relative who is homosexual, so I'm just going to say that even though that the gimmick may come off homosexually, but I like what they're doing with the character. Now, again, not gay bashing. I'm just saying a lot of people are stating that, you know, the character's kind of gay, and I actually like the gimmick. It's new, it's different, and I'm actually, you know, liking it. So I'm not gay bashing or anything like that. I respect them, and if they want to, you know, love who they want to love, that's on them. You know, I'm not here to judge anybody. We then see Jack Swagger defeat Dolph Ziggler in a really good match. It looked like Big E was going to get involved, but I don't think he did. I was watching and I was working on my computer at the same time, so you know, I didn't get to see how the turn of events came to play, but Swagger did pick up the win over Dolph Ziggler, and it was a very good match. I know that for a fact. Then CM Punk comes out. The first comments he would to make since his loss at WrestleMania against The Undertaker. Talks about his WWE title reign and how he was looking for the next challenge, and that he found it in The Rock. Then while he was in the feud with The Rock, he was looking for one further step, and he wanted to go against the Streak at WrestleMania. And then he started talking about that and how they pushed each other to the limits, and he goes silent, and then the fans start chanting. You hear the fans start to chant rematch. Then you start to hear Punk Taker chant start, and then at that current point in time, Punk hugs Paul Heyman, gives him the mic, and then just walks out without saying anything. We then see Nikki Bella pick up the win over Caitlyn. Actually, let me rephrase that. Brie Bella picked up the win over Caitlyn, even though that Nikki started the match, 3/4 of the match, and went through 90% of the match. Brie picked up the win for Nikki. We end the night with Ryback Cena showdown, and then I found it funny that, you know, Cena talks about all the things that Ryback mentioned, and that how last week how Ryback left him laying, you know, and made a big statement that he wants the WWE title and everything. And then Cena says that you need two things to be WWE champion. One, something between your ears, and two, a set between your legs. And I would have thought it would have been super funny as if Ryback grabbed that mic and he says, "Why don't you ask your wife about my set?" I thought that would have been hilarious. It would have definitely fit in there perfectly. I thought it would have been hilarious if he said it. During this promo, we saw a quick glimpse. I think it was by error of the Shield getting ready backstage to come out, and this really pretty much screwed the whole segment over. They come out, and then Ryback leaves the ring. And when Ryback starts to leave the ring, the Shield comes out, attacks Cena. Then Ryback walks further up the ramp. They hit the triple power bomb. He walks further up the ramp, turns around, and then you hear the fans chanting one more time, and that's how we end Raw. Really okay at best Raw. I mean, nothing really to call home about. We have a new United States champion, and pretty much that's it. There may be a triple threat for the World Heavyweight title. Dolph Ziggler, Alberto Del Rio, and Jack Swagger at Extreme Rules. We're going to have a over-the-top rope battle royal on main event to crown a number one contender for the Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett. And we have Undertaker and Kane teaming up alongside Daniel Bryan to take on the Shield next Monday night on Raw. So, guys, thanks for watching. Leave your comments in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions and what you thought of Monday Night Raw. And I'm JC Styles. Catch you later. Have a safe early morning commute.